Good morning, this is Arthur. Welcome to today's poetry mini lesson. In today's class, we'll be discussing about racism and equality, through the poetry of Maya Angelou. So, to begin with, what do you think about this? Or this? Let's see what Maya Angelou thinks about it through her poetry. In the suite of poems, Angelou reveals the different circumstances between African Americans and whites during the civil rights movement. She expresses her feelings at racial discrimination she faced growing up as a black woman using a series of techniques such as metaphor, symbolism, imagery, to portray how discriminated groups like African Americans fought for equality. Now let's take a closer look at the poem Caged Bird. The poem describes the opposing experiences between two birds. One bird can live in nature as it pleases, while another bird, caged, struggles in captivity. Due to its profound suffering, the caged bird sings to express its longing for freedom. As an extended metaphor, caged bird refers to the two states of people, free and trapped, where in this case represents the communities of whites and African Americans. She writes, his wings are clipped and his feet are tied, so he opens his throat to sing. The lines illustrate an imagery of the caged bird clipped, tied, singing longs for freedom, which symbolize the African American community mistreated due to racial differences and looking for a way out of the circumstances. The caged bird sings, with a fearful trill, of things unknown, but longed for still. The stanza is repeated to emphasize the toughness they experience fighting through the battle against racism. Hopefully you've all developed a deeper understanding of the poem. Let's put everything together. In this poem, the caged bird suffers in captivity, which symbolizes the people mistreated due to racial discrimination. The poem draws a comparison between states of the free bird and caged bird to highlight the different living experiences, in which, the cage represents the inequality and prejudice that African Americans face, and the birds sing for freedom of sharing equal rights amongst all people. Last but not least, I would like to ask you some questions about the poem. What are the main themes of the poem Caged Bird? What does the caged bird symbolize? What passive verbs does the poet use to describe the state of the caged bird? Why does the poet repeat this stanza? What does the caged bird sing for? And that's it for today's class.